Lagman. Good afternoon, Mr. Bernstein. This is Lagman. Immigration is still processing people with priority dates. How about if my priority date got current? If your priority date is current and you are in the United States and you're eligible to adjust your status, you can file your adjustment of status. If you're in another country, you got to wait for the embassies to reopen, but certainly you can still be processing those cases. Say Nicole Headley says, hi, Brad, I'm living in Jamaica. I travel on the work program in 2018 and I received stimulus money. Can I get in any trouble for it? Well, you're not supposed to get it, so keep quiet. You're just really not supposed to get it, but if you got it, congratulations. I wouldn't be announcing it to the world. Sunil Chandra, can I marry a person from another country if I am a lawful permanent resident? Resident since 2002. I will also be applying for citizenship next month. How long will it take for my spouse to come to the USA? Any suggestion? Yes, you can marry someone from another country. I don't know how you're going to want to get to that country at the moment to marry them because all of our borders are closed. But once the border is open, then yes, you can marry that person. You would have to go there and marry your fiance, come back, file an I-130. It will take about 2 years. I would also suggest, Sunil, that since you've been a resident since 2002, that you file for your citizenship, because we don't know when you're going to be able to go marry this person. And once you're a citizen, A, it'll be faster. And B, if you can't make it to that country where your fiance is and you're a citizen, you could always do a fiance visa to bring them here to marry you here. So I would start your citizenship immediately in the meantime. And VAWA says, Brad, thanks for speaking about current events. We can discuss various things and be well-rounded. Absolutely, Bay. Jorge Rafael Nunez. I did an expedite for my husband 14 days ago and got accepted. I have not received a response for the waiver I-601. How much longer does it take for USCIS? The waiver for the I-601 usually takes about a year, about 6 to 12 months. I'm not sure if you're talking about a provisional waiver here in America or your husband went to the U.S. Embassy for their visa and they got denied and you need to do a 601. So it depends, but either way, USCIS is taking 6 to 12 months on that. Kennedy saying, hi, Brad, if I got approved for VAWA, then file an adjustment after approval to a U.S. citizen spouse, how long before I get my green card? About 6 to 9 months. Abudu Jimo. Hi, Brad, will the priority date retrogression affect F4 family immigrants visa on administrative processing before adjudication by the consular officer? Yes, it will. Clayton Trowers. If my wife applies for food stamps, would it affect my immigration interview? Yes, it will, because food stamps is government assistance. Khan Ali, can my mother file asylum case on behalf of my father? My father passed a deadline of 1 year, and my mother is filing within 1 year. Does it affect my mother's case as well? As long as your mother files within 1 year and she gets approved, your father would be included on that case as a derivative because the marriage happened before she filed for the asylum. Abza Awan, if the waiver I-601 is denied once, can you file it again? You can keep filing until it gets approved. Danny Bay, if you got your work authorization at the beginning of the year and now you're unable to work due to coronavirus, do you think it's wise to apply for unemployment? It doesn't hurt to apply for unemployment. I don't know whether you would get it or not. I was always under the impression that each particular state does not give unemployment unless you can prove you're a resident or a citizen. But I've been told recently by people, and this is just through word of mouth, that they have been getting unemployment despite the fact that they don't have a green card. So if you can, wonderful, go do it. Goldsmith Joseph, I only have a tax transcript for 2019 and can't get the transcripts for 2017, 2018. Could I send the affidavit of support with the 2019 and the stated total income for 2017 and 2018? You can do an I-864 easy. And if you do the I-864 easy form, you only have to submit the 2019. So that's how I would handle it at the moment. Merlinda Malcolm says, hi, Brad, my I-130 for my married child was approved. What is the next step? Wait a long time because the priority dates are at least 10, 15 years backed up. It depends when, Merlinda, you filed for your child. The case, presumably your child's in another country with his spouse or her spouse, and their children. So I'm sure they will be transferred to the National Visa Center, and eventually you will hear from the National Visa Center. Awali says, hi, Brad. My I-45 is ready to be scheduled for an interview. It's been 9 months now, and nothing has been done as per my I-765. Can I do a request, or what do I do? If your I-765 is going to be up in the next 3 to 4 months, refile for a new I-765. There's nothing to do right now on the I-45 interview. Everything's closed in immigration until we reopen America. Mark Mahaber. Hi, Uncle Brad. So USCIS messaged me on 17th of April that they reopened my case, and today I got notification from USCIS that they approve it. So is this normal? No, but I'm happy for you that your case is reopened and approved. Congratulations. Rose Hines. Hi, Brad. God bless you. My husband is a U.S. citizen. If I got pregnant and I get Medicare help, will it cause a problem for me and my 16-year-old daughter, who is not his biological daughter? Would it be a problem? No, because the Medicare help is for the unborn child, and you're allowed to get it. It will not cause a problem. You would have to get off of it 1 month after you give birth, and it will not be a problem. Goldsmith Joseph, when doing an adjustment of status, do we need a birth certificate for both the petitioner and the applicant? Yes. Vanessa Etheridge, hi, I'm a pending I-485 marriage based on I don't know what, and I need to renew my I-765 since it'll expire in September. The question is, do I renew ASAP now in May with my current passport? Yes, renew now. By the way, folks, if I don't get to your question or you have a serious problem, the best thing to do is call my office. The telephone number is 1-800-529-5465. If you call my office at 1-800-529-5465 or international at 212-227-8933. You can call to get on my list. I have a list I get every day. You can get on Uncle Brad's list, and I will give you a telephone call tomorrow. If you are somebody I've never spoken to before, well, then you would need to schedule a consultation. And then I will call you anywhere in the world. Whether you're in the United States, in California, Florida, or anywhere in the world, I will give you a call. If you are somewhere else, in New York, in Queens, I will call you. You will be on Uncle Brad's list, and you'll get a call. You schedule a consultation. If you're an old client or an existing client, call my office, 1-800-529-5465. I will also call you tomorrow or on Wednesday, whenever you schedule it. You have to get on, to speak to me, you got to get on Uncle Brad's list. And that's 1-800-529-5465. Muhammad Bansi. Can I send an invitation for my parents being a resident? You can do whatever you want, but whether they get their visa or not will depend on whether they have enough ties to come very home. Kiara Smith with a pre-comment of the day, a very informative program. Thank you very much, Kiara. All right, let's go to YouTube. Has a question, says, hello, Brad. I plan on renewing my 10-year green card. Can I apply now with no employment due to COVID crisis? Yes, you can. Let's see what else we got. Ken Kibbett. Hi, Brad. What's the difference with filing for VAWA concurrently with the adjustment and waiting to file for the adjustment later? The difference is waiting about 2.5 years for your green card, because if you file it concurrently, you can get the VAWA approved and the adjustment approved concurrently versus filing a VAWA, waiting 2.5 years to get approved, and then filing an adjustment and then waiting another 1.5 years to get approved. Jackie Harris, digging the beard, keep it up. As I told you, Jackie, until we're out of quarantine, the beard is being kept up. The day I leave quarantine, I'm going to the barber and getting a shave. Ken Kibbett also wants to know, how long does it take to get a green card through VAWA after filing an adjustment? About 6 to 9 months. Wasi Inu is the Social Security office working remotely. As far as I understand, they are. Hello, Brad. Keep up the good work. Thumbs up. Thank you very much. My question is, I filed my I-360 and my I-765 on March 14th, and they just sent me a prima facie determination. Does that mean I'm on the right track? It does. What a prima facie determination means is that somebody looked at your case very quickly, and they determined that your case has some meat to it, and there's a likely chance of getting approved, although it's not an approval, and therefore they're going to allow you to collect government benefits. So that is a good sign. Lasser Homespa. Can a writ of mandamus have a negative result on your I-45 green card decision? My case has been processing for over 24 months. Interview was almost 8 months ago, and I-130 is approved. Yes, it can. And this is how a writ of mandamus can have a negative effect. It can have a negative effect if you have a case that should be denied. What a writ of mandamus does is a writ of mandamus asks a federal judge to force the U.S. government to make a decision on your case. A writ of mandamus does not ask a federal judge to approve your case. So after a federal judge forces the U.S. government to make a decision on your case, if your case should be is an approvable case, then you'll get a green card. But if your case is something other than approvable, then you'll be denied. So you only file writ of mandamus in cases that are perfect. That's why you need a lawyer. Dev Vey, good to see you again, Brad. Again, will there be some type of status will be given to us in November for DACA? I don't know what's going to happen with DACA. It's right now before the Supreme Court of the United States of America. They are supposed to make a decision in June. What will happen with that decision, I don't know. Maybe they will continue DACA in its present form. Maybe they will allow Donald Trump to end the program. If Donald Trump ends the program, there will be a crisis for those who are in DACA. 800,000 or 1.2 million, whatever the number is, of DACA recipients will now be potentially deportable. These are people who came here as minors, as little children. And then that crisis will probably necessitate some form of resolution to DACA, I would assume. But we won't know anything till we see what happens with the Supreme Court decision come June. Leslie Benoit. My friend filed for asylum in 2014. The case was administratively closed. Can he still be eligible to have a work permit? He's married to a U.S. citizen. Can he just file for adjustment? If he made a legal entry into America, he has to file the I-130, get it approved, then make a motion to the judge to reopen his deportation case, to terminate it so that he can file for his adjustment. There is a process to go through. It's not as simple, just file the adjustment. Rayin Pereira. Hello. My husband and I are waiting for an interview for the green card. We both work and have work permits. Is it possible to take unemployment? Is this going to cause any negative point in the interview? Well, it depends on what basis are you getting the green card. If it's an employment-based case and you get collecting unemployment, then you don't have any job to apply, that you don't have any job to be going to. If it's a situation where it's asylum, yes. I'm not sure what the basis is for your adjustment, so I would need to know more about that. BB has a question on YouTube. As a filing fee up to my, as a FF up to my QXN. I have no idea what that means. My hubby is Nigerian and our interview is 9 months ago. We were separated and grilled. Our answers matched, but no reply to date. They said background check, then pending final decision. Then what you need to do is contact me, and maybe if all your questions matched up, we would need to start threatening to do a mandamus. Claudette Brown. Good evening, Uncle Brad. If you lost your green card and it's expired, what's the next step, please? Thanks, blessing. File an I-90 to replace it, or file for your citizenship, or do both. Never give up. I like that. It says, hello, Brad. I want to say thank you for a great response to all the questions. I have an I-130 approved, but my I-45 and I-765 is still pending, and it's over 8 months now. I really need my EAD to work. I don't know what you did wrong, but you may want to get on my list tomorrow. Call 1-800-529-5465. Original Victorious on YouTube says, hi, Brad. My aunt went on vacation but spent 9 months instead of 6 months, and she's back home. Can she still travel? No, her visa's been expired. She needs to go back and get a new visa, and she's going to have a big problem doing it. Diane Wright. Hi, Brad. I paid for my green card November 30th. I came from Jamaica January 15th, and I haven't received the green card yet. Is this a normal thing? It is not a normal thing. You should have gotten it by now. I would give immigration a call. Rose Delva has a question. Hi, Brad. My 10-year resident card is expired, but I applied for citizenship, and my case will be completed in about 2 months, hopefully. Do I have to renew my resident card or wait to be sworn in unless you need your resident card? Why pay the money? Raleen Ramos, can I still apply for a green card even if I have a third-degree assault? I am married to a U.S. citizen. Yes, you may or may not need a waiver depending on what the sentencing was for that third-degree assault. Third-degree assault can be a petty offense, It could be a crime of moral turpitude. It could be an aggravated felony, depending on what the sentence was. So we would need to know. Thapu Sara has a question. Hello, sir. Can a misdemeanor C charge deny a green card through marriage? Depends, again, what is the misdemeanor for? Abigail Turner, can I personally represent someone in Atlanta during an interview? My office will absolutely fly to Atlanta. It won't be me personally, but my office will. Jermaine Brown, granted asylum, want to join the military. You can't join the military until you get a green card. Once you get the green card, I think you can do it. Joining the military will give you your citizenship 1 year after you join, presumably after you have a green card. Khan Ali, on what ground does asylum get approved if my asylum approved in meantime? I got married to a U.S. citizen. Do I have to go back to my home country? Depends on how you came to America. If you came without inspection and your asylum was approved, you're better off to complete your asylum case because you'll get your green card in America. You can't go back to your home country regardless based on a marriage case, because then you would have committed fraud. In one application, you said you're terrified to go back, you're going to get killed. And on another application, you said, hey, I'm going back to my home country to pick up my green card. So that don't jive. Ahmed Abdullah, my wife is in the U.S. I'm in London now. Could I do home buy paperwork online from London? You can do paperwork from London if you want, but if you want to have a consultation with me, you absolutely can. There's a question here that's coming on my phone. I need to renew my I-765. It expires in September, and the earliest I can file for renewal is May. My current passport expires in August. Do I file for renewal in May with my current passport or wait to the new one? No, file now. Abigail Turner, how do they determine the number in a family using the affidavit support? Is it a family of 5 and the sponsor of affidavit support has his own family of 3 and that will be calculated as a family of 8? Correct. That is exactly how they calculate it. Atiri, Cynthia. So Brad, how can one overcome the travel ban in Nigeria for green card applications for kids after the epidemic? Can we get a lawyer to assist in defending the case during the interview? Will a letter from a lawyer suffice? I don't know the answer to that right now because there is a travel ban on Nigeria. And me writing a letter is not going to make one iota of a difference. But maybe have a consultation with me and we can brainstorm what we can do. Ahmed Maran. If the LPR person lives outside the U.S. for more than 6 months because he's a bona fide student at a university, can he still get approved for naturalization? No. In order to become a citizen, let me tell you what the rules are for citizenship. You have to be in the United States for 30 out of 60 months. No trip abroad for more than 6 months unless you can show that you had enough ties to America, and you have to be living in the state where you're supposed to be living for at least 90 days. Antonio Tondro, is it common for an I-130 to be denied if your removal order while trying to adjust your status? It's common for an I-130 to be denied if you aren't able to prove a bona fide marriage, but not because you have a removal order. Maganova, quick question. If submitting all immigration applications at once as far as documentation, should each requisite for documentation be done separately? Submit everything in one package. Nubia Sprouse, my daughter was denied twice for a tourist visa. I'm sorry to hear that, but if you want to have a consultation with me, you can. When will immigration open up for in-person interviews? They say sometime after May 3rd. Let's hope. Demore Romed. This is the comment of the day that I've noticed so far, and thank you very much, Demore. I would like to mention today and publicly, because he's mentioning it publicly, that because I've watched the show, myself and many others have benefited tremendously from the knowledge and expertise of one of the greatest immigration lawyers on this earth. We, the squad, are in a better place because of Brad Bernstein. Thank you. And Demore, I appreciate that. Thank you very much. That is our comment of the day. And this is Bradshaw Live Pandemic Quarantine Edition, April 20th, 2020. We will all be safe. We will all social distance. We will all get through this together. And in the meantime, I wish everybody health and happiness and blessings. And I mean this from the bottom of my heart to everyone who watches my show, to those who are part of the squad, and to those who are around the world who don't even know that I exist. I wish it on everybody.
Thanks for watching. For more Brad Show Live, like and subscribe to our YouTube channel.